This is a second stimulus check update. President Trump made an announcement saying he promises a bigger stimulus package after the election. Nancy Pelosi responds to this announcement and writes a letter to her fellow Democrats explaining the current stimulus situation. And as a result of the stimulus news going on right now, the stock market is dropping lower and lower by the day. Before we get started, quick reminder to help out during these hard times, I'm giving more cash to my subscribers, and I have more details to that down in the description below. I hope you're having a great day so far. I woke up kind of early this morning. My daughter Bella had a nightmare, and I asked her what she would tell someone else if they had a nightmare. She said, focus on the good dreams. I just wanted to share that information with you. All right, so on to stimulus. President Trump said he wants the best stimulus package, but not anytime soon. So more specifically, what he said, after the election, we'll get the best stimulus package. Basically putting the nail in the coffin and signifying that we are not going to get a stimulus done before the election, which is only 6 days away at this point. White House Press Secretary Kelly McEnany said, if we're providing stimulus relief for the American people, it should be just that, for the American people, for United States citizens, not a wish list from the liberal left. So it's on her. So basically the big difference between the stimulus package, White House went all the way up to 1.9 trillion and Nancy Pelosi was still sticking at the 2.2 trillion. So almost like a less than $300 billion difference was the only difference in order for us to have the stimulus package be agreed upon. Also, another White House spokeswoman, Alyssa Farah, said that when she was asked about stimulus relief coming, she said, we're hoping within weeks. I don't want to get ahead of any announcements. So obviously we don't know what's going to happen with the election yet, so we'll probably have more stimulus news after the election. Nancy Pelosi reacting to this announcement, she wrote a letter to her fellow Democrats. I'll let you know what she said in the letter, but basically blaming the White House, saying that the White House failed miserably. More specifically, what she said, for a long time now, congressional Democrats have laid out a strategic plan to crush the virus. The White House and Mitch McConnell have resisted, and on Sunday, Mark Meadows told us why, saying we're not in control of, or we're not going to control the pandemic. She said, from hoax to hundreds of thousands dead, the White House has failed miserably, not by accident, but by decision. So harsh words there. Basically, the White House, President Trump blaming Nancy Pelosi blaming the White House. Of course, the blame game could keep going round and round and round. We don't know exactly who is to blame. Let me know in the comments down below who is to blame. Is it Nancy Pelosi for not wanting to take the $1.9 trillion deal? Or is it the White House and the Republicans for not wanting to give more money? Let me know down in the comments below. As a result of this, Nancy Pelosi's own fellow House Max Rose actually criticized Nancy Pelosi for not taking that deal, saying that it was a big mistake to not take that $1.9 trillion stimulus deal from the White House. He said, the Republican Party 2 months ago did not want to do anything, and now because of the sheer force of argument, as well as the obvious pain of the American people, they have moved up to $2 trillion. It is a tremendous bipartisan framework for action that is to commensurate with scale of the crisis that we are facing. So Max Rose isn't the only Democrat criticizing Nancy Pelosi for not taking the deal. A lot of other Democrats have criticized Nancy Pelosi. Even Joe Manchin, Democrat from West Virginia, is saying that we should get new negotiators in the House to push a stimulus deal. Many other Democrats have criticized her, and of course many other Republicans have criticized her. I got a comment yesterday from Larry Cordero from yesterday's video saying, term limits, 8 years max, no paid vacation, no six-figure salaries, no free healthcare, no retirement. If you can't make a difference in 8 years, then get the hell out. So this is referring to, yesterday I played a clip by the governor of New Hampshire saying that the Congress has completely failed the American people and we should fire them all. Those are his words, and yesterday's video got over 1,400 comments basically saying the same thing, fire them all. All of the Americans are completely sick and tired of how Congress has treated us and the inaction that they've had in regards to stimulus, as well as a lot of other topics to help out the American people. Thank you for your comment, Larry. So also, speaking of the Senate and Congress, the Senate is officially adjourned, meaning that they are on vacation and they're not coming back until November 9th. So they were actually on vacation. They came in really quick to have the vote for Judge Amy Barrett to be the Supreme Court of Justice. And they voted her in, came in for that one day, and then went right back on vacation. No other official business done. That just shows how much Congress, Senate really cares about the American people. No effort at all for stimulus. Now, the problem here is that Senate is not up for re-election, or at least a lot of them are not up for re-election compared to the House of Representatives, where all of them are up for re-election. So the Senate, it's almost like they could care less. They have their job. They don't care about the votes because they're still getting their six-figure $174,000 salary, still getting their vacation. So it doesn't really matter to them what they do if they're putting in any extra effort before Election Day. As a result of the current pandemic and crisis, millions of Americans have lost their jobs. Millions of Americans have lost their homes, lost their businesses, barely able to feed their families. But that's not the worst of it. I don't want to get too doom and gloom on you, but I want to keep it real and tell you the truth. So the experts are saying personal bankruptcies are expected to rise in 2021 as stimulus ends because there are still a lot of benefits from the current stimulus. So we have the eviction moratoriums going until the end of the year. Student loans are still extended. No interest accrued, at least federal student loans, and you don't have to pay it until a few months later. But once these benefits end, there's going to be a lot of problems. So because not a lot of bankruptcies, according to this article, have happened this year because of stimulus and money coming into helping people. But once that runs out, as it already has, there's going to be a lot more problems in 2021. Also, Treasury yields fall for the fourth straight day amid the fears of worsening pandemic. And of course, getting the news that no stimulus is going to happen anytime soon and negotiations have stopped. Also, the stock market has plunged another 200 points yesterday, and it's the worst day of October. Once this news hit that stimulus is not going to happen before the election day, a lot of people are panic selling in the stock market, basically taking all the profits, and that's causing more panic selling and more panic selling. As a result, we're going to see the stock market drop a lot over the next few days. In terms of COVID news, it looks like we're still on an upward trend, still at 74,000 as of yesterday. It's not going down significantly anytime soon, and it looks like we're going to new record highs. In terms of a COVID vaccine, it looks like that for the Pfizer vaccine trials, teens and tweens are actually starting to volunteer. This 12-year-old said, "I think that it could really benefit the world, and I think it could also help scientists know more about the coronavirus." Very brave 12-year-old offering his body, his health, in order for the better good of the American people. Personally, I don't know if I would feel comfortable having my daughters volunteer for COVID vaccines. Let me know if you would volunteer your kids for COVID vaccines down in the comments below. Personally, I'm not too comfortable with that, especially hearing about the AstraZeneca news. I reported the other day about how someone actually died during the trials in Brazil, and then they stopped the trials in the US. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. And that is all the stimulus news I have for today. To cheer up your mood a little bit, here's a tip of the day from my daughter, Bella.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you one thing that you should do. When you want to do something, you have the power to do whatever you want. Unless, one thing, you believe in yourself. That's the only trick. So that's all I wanted to tell you for today. Bye. This is the Bella.
Also, if you want to feel in a better mood, keep the positive vibes going, I highly recommend clicking this video over here on my Wise Vibes channel. It's 7 ways to find happiness. If you're feeling down right now, I highly recommend clicking this video right now. It'll help you get on the path to feeling a lot better. So click that video right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.